Depends on like how they're prepared, though. Like if you give me like
Yes,
some fried chicken wings, I will eat those things all day.
of course.
Or if you give me something like a sweet and spicy barbecue or like a honey mustard type thing, I'll go with that too. But like plain, the only
Oh
ones that are
no.
really the only ones that I really enjoy that they do plain are when you get them from like a Chinese restaurant and they're really good.
See, the only plain ones I've liked is when it's Thanksgiving and it's like my mom made the turkey and I get the big
Hmm.
flippin' wing.
Yeah, that's a
It is juicy as heck.
turkey.
Love turkey. Love Thanksgiving
17.
food. Oh.
Okay, so the first number is 17, Mike.
$10
Okay.
says we have it already.
No, we actually do not have 17 already.
Their literal
Damn.
message was 17. I think that hasn't been chosen. So Tenchi was right. It hasn't been chosen.
It has not been chosen. Once again, not a dessert.
We really are just going to have the entire last session be
Um,
desserts.
yeah. So okay. So this is what's going to happen. So all you guys are back inside of the carriage that again has been specifically modified. Arch is tied to the roof. Kane, you are driving again with the regenerating goblin tied up on a pole next to you, so you can chew on his buttocks when you really want something. And inside are Purity, Kim.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that was weird. Discord sent me over to general. Can you repeat? Like, the last thing I heard was the roof.
Okay. Arch is currently tied to the roof. Kane is driving with the goblin that can regenerate tied next to him on a stick, so he can nibble on his bum whenever he gets hungry while he's driving the carriage. And you and Kim are both inside, along with the regenerating cow.
Sweet.
And for this one, you guys are coming up on the town of Tartan. Now Tartan is kind of like it's a smaller rustic town. It's up in the hills. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I know. I was saying this could have been a tart town.
Ooh,
They
yeah,
could have made
no.
it a dessert town.
Unfortunately, no. I that would have been funny, but no.
Or tartar
Um,
sauce.
yeah,
No,
or
this is
tartar
going to be
sauce. But
Scottish.
I unfortunately Tartan is not by the sea. It is more.
Uh,
It's located kind of up in the mountains.
I swear to
Um,
God, if it's haggis, I'm going to smack you. Haggis,
I
haggis,
will.
however you want to say it.
I will tell you that it is not haggis.
There was that
Um,
moment of silence.
There was the moment of silence because I'm trying to think of like why would I just out and out call it haggis? Everything else here has been disturbing. Um, so basically, what happens is you guys go into the town, and again, it's very rustic. You can tell it's a lot of like it's still largely a farming community. They're a bit more advanced. It's a dirt road that leads into the town. And as you're kind of going through, there is like a town square, sort of. Again, it's not very big, so it's not that hard to find the town square. And around there is kind of where the very small social scene of this town appears to be. There's a music circle and stuff in like the center for doing shows and stuff for the public. There's different little buildings around with some of the whatever creature comforts they tend to have here. Um, you know, restaurants and nightclubs and bars and different things. So since you guys are here and you're in the town anyway, if you want to, you can look around and see what you can find for a place to find a new dish. Oh, and by the way, this is around noontime.
Okay.
It's high noon.
All right, you know what? Candy, it's your turn to go talk to people.
Okay.
All right. So Candy exits the carriage, and you can walk around and find whoever you want. Say roll a search check.
Yes. For some reason, my character sheet closed, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, search.
I'm not making fun of haggis. I've actually eaten it before.
It just doesn't sound appealing to me. If you like it, that's fine.
Is that the
but-
sheep
It's
stomach?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
that great.
Yeah.
I like my meat to have like a good like crust. I like a good like sear.
Mm.
Like anything that can like meat related that you can put on a good crust and it'll be good. Good burger,
Mm,
good
I
steak,
too
good hot dog.
enjoy
So
crusty
that's
meat.
That's
+5.
what I'm saying. This human gets it.
Okay, so that's a +5. So in total, that's a 12. So you find what looks like a deep gnome miner who's kind of walking down the street. He has his little pickaxe on his back, and you stand in front of him. Hey, what do you want? Get out of my way!
So she grabs the tips of her skirt and does like the curtsy thing. Good day, sir. Can I ask for your help?
Okay. What do you need help with, random person?
My name's Candy. It's nice to meet you.
You want sex?
Not right now.
Okay,
But
so
I
you're not okay. So you're not a hooker. I guess we've ruled that out already. So what do you need help with?
so we're traveling and we're trying to find new exotic dishes to try.
Okay. Let me think. Have you gone to the Barbarian Deli? It's over there on the corner. It's the best lunch spot in town.
Ooh, lunch.
Oh,
I
that
thought
sounds
you said
great.
lunch.
Tell
What would you
Rum tell Rumgar that Dinglow says suck it.
Okay.
What does that even mean?
She turns around and walks away.
Yep. Okay, Kane, what are you rolling for?
Oh, nothing. I was just making sure my dice ball worked.
Yes, it does, thankfully.
I'm gonna be hanging
Okay,
out the window
alright,
of
so
the
you go.
carriage when she comes back. So what'd you find out?
Dinglow says suck it.
Not right now.
Yeah, that's what I told him too. So it's that way.
All right, what's that way?
Alright, so you guys proceed a little bit further down the street, and as you get to the corner, you see this small little shop, and out in front is a big red sign that's painted very large and very poorly that says the Barbarian Deli. And again, it's in red, so it's meant to kind of mimic blood.
Oh, this place looks like it's gonna be fun. Check my gun. All right, got enough bullets. We're good. So, bets on if we kill him or let him live.
I think he'll ask you for sex.
Why does everybody want to fuck the bunny? I know I'm adorable, but why does everyone want to fuck me?
Because you're a bunny.
Just really thinking pizza for lunch.
You eat something other than human?
Well, human pizza.
Fair enough. How's the next batch of goblin beer doing?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't want to look at him today.
Oh. Just gonna
You
reach
look up.
over with a stick and poke the goblin. Is he still alive?
Oh yeah, he'll be alive.
Oh, he's still alive. Good.
Yeah, he doesn't die. He's great. I just don't want to talk to him some days.
Are you two having a fight?
No, no. I'm just, it's like you can't eat chicken for every meal, but in this case, it's goblin. So
Fair enough.
need a little break sometimes.
You've also run out of crack rocks at this point.
Yeah.
We gotta get some more.
All right, so are all you guys going to venture inside the deli?
Yeah, might
Yeah.
as well. I'm gonna find a nice, comfy spot to sit down in this deli.
I'm gonna
Maybe a
follow him.
bar.
Okay. You Arch, are you going to leave the ceiling or the
Yes,
roof
you
of the
better be
carriage?
coming with us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
He's my
roll over
wingman
and
at this
slam
point.
into the ground and get up. I will follow.
You just hear
That's
it.
what I'm. Let's go
Okay.
get a drink.
Hang on. Need something to munch on while I'm not talking. Okay, so you guys enter the Barbarian Deli, and you see inside there's kind of a small little seating area. That's mostly the front of the shop. There's like 5 or 6 tables with like 5 or 6 chairs around each table, and then in the back is this whole counter and setup with you see all the deli meats and stuff in the front, the different bread choices, the cheeses. You can smell there's pickled whatever that's sitting all around, pickled eggs, pickled pig's feet, pickled everything. Sausages and stuff are hanging from the ceiling in behind the countertop. Um, and then behind the counter appear to be several barbarians that are hard at work making sandwiches.
So Candy raises her hand, trying to get one of theirs attention, saying, "Are any of you Laszlo?"
No, no one here, Laszlo.
Oh,
That Larry, that's what your name again? Samson. Yeah, that's Samson, and I'm Ramgar.
well,
I thought these
Dingleberry
men-
wanted me to tell you to suck it, but I don't know who Laszlo is.
Okay, so as you say that, his eyes immediately light up bloodshot, and he takes out a battle axe and sinks it into the countertop in front of him. Bilbo must die.
All right, well, let's take a turn already.
Man, usually at least we order before they start this stuff.
It fine.
Honestly,
Me
I
need
was gonna
anger
call the
management
cops, too.
classes.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We
You
got
know what
this.
helps get rid of anger?
Sandwiches.
Breaking stuff.
Me break too much already this month. There a budget.
Maybe you should get
Well,
a
don't-
pet. Usually those things are supposed to calm down humans.
You want to be pet?
Nope.
Then you want meat and sandwich?
Yes.
What meat and sandwich do you want?
What's your best meat and sandwich?
He points up to a board that is above the table that's above where he's talking that has kind of the menu on it. And after that he says, best-selling sandwich is tartan sandwich.
Then I will have a tartan sandwich, please.
Two.
What other people want?
Another done. Give me one, too. And a beer.
We have grog.
What's that?
It like beer, but better.
Okay, sign me up.
I'll take one too.
Okay. 2 tartan sandwich, 2 grog. What about tall, shiny man and other person?
I am glad you asked. What is the highest proof alcohol that you provide?
We have rubbing alcohol in the back.
Yeah,
Yes, this will work.
that would be good.
Okay. Me not sure what to charge for that, but whatever. And you, female.
Can I have a big piece of cheese?
Yes, what kind of cheese?
Please.
Whatever is the most smelly.
Okay. Okay, so you have several choices for that. They have Gouda, they have Limburger, and they also have Tarask milk cheese.
Oh, she's gonna go for that.
All right, so he takes out a block of cheese that is instead of being yellow or like a form or like whitish or orange. It's actually a very strong shade of like purplish color. He then cuts a block of it off the end and puts it on a plate and hands it to you. 10 silver.
She hands him the silver. Thank you.
I'm just gonna look at her a little bit, like, suspiciously.
All right. Here's what you're gonna do. Roll me a d20 and we'll see how you like it.
All of us?
No, just her because she's eating the cheese right now. They're prepping her sandwiches. It is not enjoyable in the least. It tastes like motor oil.
Well, now you know, though.
Does she know what motor oil is?
I'm telling you, that's what it tastes like. She does not.
Okay. That ruins my joke, so thank you.
I mean, that means that, the big shiny one might like it.
That's what I was gonna say, but she doesn't know what motor oil is, so.
Well, Arch, you could also just try. You could also just give it to him since you obviously don't like it.
Anyone want to try it?
I'll do it. Do it for the meme.
Yes, I am always down for new things.
Yeah, this guy.
Okay, so Kane, you're gonna have to roll me a d20 to see if you like it. Arch, I'm not going to make you roll. Okay, how much do you?
I don't
okay,
hate
so-
it.
Yeah, no, it's 12. All right, so yeah, you're okay with it. It's something that you would consider maybe eating again. And Arch, you are also taking a chunk of it. Roll me a d20 for cooking knowledge. To see if you can determine the makeup of the cheese, because you're not 100% sure if it's actual Tarask milk cheese or if they just made a. Okay, roll again. It landed on the side. Alright, it's a 16. You can tell that it is genuine Tarask milk cheese, milked right from a Tarask.
The chemical analysis of this says that it was likely milked from a very large creature.
Yes. So as you guys are partaking in the cheese chunks, the barbarians that are behind the counter are preparing your tartan sandwiches. So you watch as they take out their battle axes and they finally slice the meat and the cheese, as it's supposed to be, before putting it down on the skillet and frying it up a little bit to get it hot, taking a nice steamed sub roll, and then filling it with all of that meat and cheese. Now, the specific ingredients that you see is it is being loaded with some form of meat. However, you don't know what it is. It is some form of lunch meat, and it is in a square shape. You also notice Swiss cheese, pickled cabbage, and some kind of a special sauce that's being put onto it. That's kind of orangey in color. And after everything's all set, they stick it on two slices, in between two slices of marble rye bread. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, they were doing the sub roll. I described the sub roll before I actually read the bread choice, but I don't care. So forget the sub roll. The sub roll doesn't exist. They're putting it on two slices of marble rye bread, and they hand it to you, along with two massive jugs of grog.
Heck yeah, I gotta be honest, you guys are very skillful with those battle axes.
That's what she
Hang on, me forget. He then proceeds to also put a little toothpick through the top of each one of them with a mini pickle skewered onto it.
Oh.
Presentation half the battle.
This reminds me, I have a cousin who is a blender, and he uses his blades very skillfully too.
Well, what's his name?
I think his name was Mr. Blendo.
Sounds like a good guy. I bet he would have loved smoothies.
I
Probably.
think he would, yes.
Alright, so.
This is delicious, by the way.
And he's just
Yes.
chugging the fucking rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, no, sorry, they gave you the rubbing alcohol. They gave Kane the grog. And Purity. So yeah, no, you're just chugging the rubbing alcohol. I'm not going to make you roll because you're not a person. So Kane and Purity, you guys are going to have to both roll to see if you are enjoying the tartan sandwich.
This is
You
a
gotta
straight
roll
roll?
for the sandwich.
Yeah, it's just a straight roll. It seems like every time somebody rolls, okay, you're having, all right, you like it pretty much. Kane, you're not having it. There's no people.
I'm not a fan. This sandwich tastes like butthole.
There is no people in that sandwich, so it is not appealing to you at all. So yeah, but Purity, you actually enjoy the sandwich quite a bit.
Oh, this is really good.
You're also going to have to roll Constitution for the grog, both of you.
That was for the cooking check. No, I'll do
Okay.
it for the grog. Bunny taking it like a champ.
Yeah, no, Bunny took it like a champ, so Bunny's guzzling down the grog without any kind of an issue, despite the size. Kane, you are going to have to roll Constitution as well, because you are also drinking grog.
Constitution it is. Where's my Constitution?
Oh, I didn't even
Okay,
put my
cool.
modifier on, but it doesn't matter.
I'm going to say you rolled a 19, it doesn't matter.
Let's hope it matters for me. Yeah, no.
All right, you're out.
All right, you got this one. I guess I'm just not happy.
Yeah, well, no, you're unconscious because you were just drinking, so you passed out. So yeah, Kane just proceeds to drink the entire flagon of grog and then immediately falls over and is out unconscious on the floor.
Lightweight.
He can't hear you.
I know he can't. Doesn't matter.
Candy-
The tiny little bunny can take it.
Yeah, apparently the bunny can hold its liquor. Apparently, but okay. So now that you've done that, so Purity, you rolled cooking knowledge, which is a 13. So you're able to identify the things that you saw that were pretty obvious. You're able to identify the Swiss cheese, the pickled cabbage, the marble rye bread. The meat you can't quite place. It doesn't taste like beef or pork. It's salty. It's definitely some kind of a lunch meat. It has the kind of consistency of bologna. And the sauce too. The sauce, you can taste a few things. You can taste like some cream and some sugar, which if the cream's that case, then whatever may have been in the sauce may have been more pronounced in color. But other than that, you can't really name any other the more toned ingredients that are in there.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the counter.
Okay, you hop your way over to the counter.
I will
Does-
follow.
Does Bunny and Shiny Man want more food?
I'm actually curious what kind of meat this is.
This our special homemade meat loaf.
What?
It is not the same as meatloaf. It is a loaf that is made of meat.
But isn't that what a meatloaf is?
No.
Well, what kind of meat is this?
Special secret.
Okay.
Do you not want anything?
I'll take another thing of grog, please.
Yes. He comes back. He takes your flask away, refills it, and gives it back to you.
Thank you.
Are you going to chug the grog again?
Hell yeah.
All right, roll me a Constitution save. That's a
Why am I
15. You're
doing
still
good?
going strong. I mean, you're drunk, but you're aware drunk. Like you're not falling all over yourself. Yeah, no, you're having a good time. Arch, do you want to talk to the barbarian?
Wait, isn't he unconscious?
No, Kane is unconscious. Arch
Oh.
can't be because he's a robot. Unless he's charging himself.
This is not a funny joke. I am a human being.
Yeah, but you like to charge yourself every night.
You let I do not like the rabbit.
Oh, but I love you, big guy. Hey, speaking of Robot Man, try some of this sandwich and see if you can figure out what's in it.
I will try.
Thank you.
All right. Roll me a cooking knowledge check.
So he just opens up the helmet hatch, drops the sandwich in.
Okay, you roll a 22. So, Arch, you're able to determine that the ingredient that can't be identified inside of the sauce and the ingredient that the meat is made out of come from the same source, and it it's a meat that appears to be reptilian in origin.
Hmm.
I lean over to Purity's character, lean down to the little rabbit ears, and very like completely not secretly, just real loud but stage whisper.
Little rabbit, do you know of any reptiles in this area?
Can I do a knowledge check?
Sure.
Oh, I only have it in cooking. Well, fuck. Intelligence check it is.
I was gonna say an intelligence check would just be the. Okay, what's higher, your intelligence or your wisdom?
My intelligence.
Okay. The only reptilian things that you know of that are in the area are dragonborn and kobolds.
So we're either eating a kobold or a dragonborn.
I nod very slowly, and I look at the bartender.
So, you.
Or is it a barbarian? I'm sorry, not a
It,
bartender.
it is a barbarian, yes.
I look at the
Why are you-
the
Why
barbarian.
are you?
Kane, why are you rolling a d4?
I just want to let you know I was here.
Okay. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Before that happens, Arch. Kane, roll me a constitution save to wake up.
I'm just poking him.
Alright, that's high enough. You are able to regain consciousness.
That was a good nap.
You are fucked up though.
I'm gonna just look for the weakest guy here.
In all honesty, probably yourself, but if you want to roll a search check, go for it.
All right, let's do it. I want
Maybe
to beat
you
up
can
some
find
nerd.
maybe you can find somebody who's substantially weaker than you.
He is a violent drunk.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, thank God I get a good plus. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, so Kane, what happens is that as you're looking around the room for a target for your violence, you glance around and you finally settle on one thing, and it's a pixie who's at a table, or a fairy, I should say, at a table, and she's gnawing away at a sandwich that is probably bigger than her, and then drowning her sorrows in grog.
I'm gonna grab her sandwich and just start eating it.
Okay, you walk up as she's nibbling away at the sandwich and take it off the plate and then proceed to eat it. Just let me just roll to see what kind of sandwich, if we're talking like good or bad. Okay, that was fantastic. So she was eating a tartan sandwich. Actually, no, you hate those, so that would be a bad idea. It's a net, yeah, I rolled the nat 20 for you, so it has to be something delicious. She happens to be eating a sandwich that's made out of people.
That was money. That was dirt money, bro. Give me another one of those any day of the week.
I'm sorry, that was mine.
You shut up when you're talking to me.
Who are you?
Pandander.
Why did you eat the sandwich I brought from home?
It looked good, and it was.
But it was mine.
And get out of here.
Romgar, he stole my sandwich.
She's a lying bitch.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll persuasion against the fairy to see who he believes.
I did not want to have to kill anybody, but I might have
Or
to.
sorry, it wouldn't be. It would be. I believe it would be diplomacy because you're trying to argue against. Actually, it depends on how you want to do this. Do you want to try and intimidate him?
No, I want to try and convince him
Okay, then it would be
that
bluff on
she's
your
in the
part.
wrong.
Then it would be bluff on your part and her to convince him would be, I think, diplomacy because she's not bluffing.
Let's go. Damn.
Okay, she has diplomacy, which she gets a +2 to. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, no, he looks at you. Why you steal her sandwich?
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I have an addiction.
You pay for new sandwich for her.
How much?
2 gold.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, you give
I'm gonna rob
Rengar the...
somebody else for the gold.
Okay, so hang on a second. So he's standing right in front of you. So are you going to... Where are you going to rob the gold from while he's looking at you?
I'm gonna take it directly from his pocket.
Okay, you're going to need a sleight of hand check, and it's going to need to be very high. Like a nat 20 high. Because he's looking at you.
So I am a rogue after all. Oh.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Too bad my rolls are ass.
As you reach towards him, he immediately grabs your arm and says, "What are you doing?"
I was thinking we could make a payment in a different way.
Excuse me.
I'm just kind of laughing in the background.
I'm gonna pull out 3 gold and hand it over.
You give him the 3 gold, he lets go of your arm and goes back behind the counter, where he then makes the fairy a new sandwich and delivers it to her.
Can't win them all.
You got a free sandwich out of it.
I'm gonna bow out.
Well, I shouldn't say not a free sandwich. Well, it wasn't free.
Yeah, it wasn't free, but it was good though.
Yeah. Okay, so Arch, you're going up to the counter to talk to Ramgar.
Yes. I want to know about the thing that you put in the sandwiches.
What you mean?
It seems like there is a secret. I wish to be on the secret. I offer you secret knowledge of goblin beer.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll me to persuade him. And I believe since you're trying to work out a deal, I think it would be diplomacy.
Could it be bluff?
If you don't intend to give him the recipe for goblin beer and fuck him over, then yes, it can be.
Oh, I kind of don't care about this guy.
Fair enough. If you want to do bluff, that's perfectly fine. It's going to have to roll against what would be his intelligence, which is like a -2. So, which means he's rolling... Well, no, it would be a -1 because he has like an 8 for intelligence. So that means he is going to be rolling a d20 with a -1. Oh, well, he still beat you. Okay, so he does not take... He looks at you and he squints his eyes a little bit, and he just goes, "You full of shit, shiny man."
No, I am full of metal.
If you not buy sandwich, you leave counter.
I buy sandwich.
What sandwich you want?
The same sandwich.
Want tartan sandwich? Okay. You want grog?
More rubbing alcohol, actually.
We only have 1 bottle. It from first aid kit.
Then no thank you.
Okay, 1 sandwich, hang on. He goes back behind the counter again, taking the cheese and the various meats
Can
and
I try
slicing
to
the
sneak
Cadillac.
into, like, the kitchen area?
Well, it's an open counter, so you can sneak around it and get behind it, yes.
Yeah, I want to try to get behind them and find out what exactly the meat is.
Okay, so while he's making that sandwich and the other guys are just kind of screwing around back there, I want you to roll me a move silently check.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Fuck my roll.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for them to see if they notice you. That's just going to be a straight D20 roll and see if it'll be an 11. Yeah, it's a nat 20. Yeah, so they immediately see he as Ramgar is slicing the meat and cheeses. He looks over and spots you immediately. Says, "You funny bunny, get out from behind counter.
Oh, sorry, I was looking for the bathroom.
Bathroom back left corner, clearly marked. Go bathroom."
Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom and look to the other guys and shrug like, I tried.
Okay,
I'm not
okay,
the
so you're
fucking rogue in the group.
okay. So you're running to the bathroom. Arch has been denied. Kane has almost caused a fight. Kim, do you want to try?
Help, Kim.
I win. I just don't want to be always problematic.
We are all fuck ups.
Yeah, no, tonight we are.
So, are there a lot of other people in the restaurant, or
There's maybe like another dozen or so people that are kind of seated around various tables and chairs and stuff like that. I wouldn't say it's like packed. Like it's probably at like a third capacity right now.
so? We're probably gonna roll really bad with this. So she has a crazy, stupid idea
Okay.
of disguising herself and trying to pretend she is an inspector.
Okay, so you want to disguise yourself as some form of a health inspector,
Yep.
and in order to get behind the counter and inspect things. So here's what you're going to do. It's going to be a bluff check to convince him.
Okay.
And do you want to bother doing a full disguise, or do you just want to walk up and just claim that you're a health inspector?
No, I want to do a disguise.
Okay, so that means you're going to have to, I believe, roll disguise. Yes, that is actually a
Yes.
stat. So yes, you will roll disguise to see what you can find in the environment to help hide yourself.
I get a +8 in disguise too.
Okay,
Damn.
so basically what happens is as you're kind of looking around, you look out the front window and you see that there's a laundry line hanging out of a window directly across the street that appears to have a suit on it.
Nice.
So if you want to go out and get that, that'll be fine. You'll have to roll a jump check to go up and grab it.
Okay, I will roll a jump check.
That or you can just grab my ass and have me do it for you if you can't get it.
Well, aren't you in the bathroom?
I'm
She's in
heading
the
toward there, but you can always stop me.
What do I add to jump? Oh, there is jump. Never mind. I add nothing.
Fair enough. So yeah, no, you are very clearly struggling in order to try and get
I'm
this.
just
Purity,
gonna see her struggle and come
Purity,
over.
Purity, roll a spot check to see if you notice this.
A spot check? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, you can definitely see what's going on. It is amusing.
I'm gonna walk over. Do you want some help?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, so you're both gonna roll jump checks now, unless Purity, you just want to roll a jump check since you're a rabbit person,
I will. Give me a second.
and your jump, I believe, is modified heavily. Yeah, no. Okay, so Purity is able to leap up very easily and acquire the suit for Kim. Because you rolled so high, the suit does fit almost perfectly.
Nice.
All right, so you are now dressed the part. So whenever you do make your bluff check because of your decor, I'm going to give you an additional +2.
Okay. So since I'm outside of the place now, right?
Yes, you are.
So she takes like one of those like proper stances where her shoulders are back, her chin is up, and she's like almost marching in.
Okay, so you do that, and you enter into the deli, and again, it's as basically as you left it.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna walk right to the back.
Health
And-
inspector.
Health what?
Inspector, I'm here on behalf of the Capitol.
Okay. You want sandwich?
After my inspection.
Okay. You need to roll. You're gonna. This is when you're gonna roll the bluff check.
Okay. So I get a +8 when bluff.
Okay, so that would be a 12. I'm going to roll for his intelligence. Oh, for
But you
God's sake.
said I also get a +2, right?
Yeah, sorry, you do get an additional +2, so that's
So
a plus 10.
14.
So that's a 14. He takes a -1 again because of his intelligence. Okay, so
Ah!
that's also a 14. So we're gonna re-roll.
Okay.
Okay, that would come out to a 22, which he cannot beat. So
Okay.
yeah, you are able to bluff him enough where he believes that you are some form of a health inspector, and he looks at you and says, "Okay, inspect." And he leads you around the side of the counter into the back area of the kitchen, so you now have full access back there.
Perfect. So now I need to roll some kind of like investigation or something.
It would be probably a search check.
Search tech. Okay. So I get a +5 with search.
Oh,
That was almost a 1.
eh, they put them close to each other for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
So that's 24.
all right, so you are going to navigate your way through the kitchen. You see that there's a grill, areas for bread and storage, and there's a back room with a closed door and a padlock on it.
So is he still with me?
He's in the general area. There's
So
also
I
the
need.
other two barbarians.
Okay. So is he watching me or is his attention elsewhere?
He's I mean, his attention span is basically the equivalency of like a cheese sandwich, but yeah, he's there.
Hmm. So she's gonna look at him and say, "I'll take that sandwich now."
Okay. What's sandwich?
Whatever you recommend as your best.
Okay, tartan sandwich. So he goes and begins making a sandwich.
And she wants to use this time to get in.
Okay. Do you want to do this stealthily, or you just want to open the door and walk in?
I want to try and do it stealthily.
All right, move silently. All right, so here's what's going to happen. You can walk over there, and they're not going to care, so I'm not going to make you do a move silently yet. However, we'll have to do an open lock check.
Okay. I hope I roll good.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you are very easily able to pick the lock, and the door is now accessible to you.
I'm trying to move quickly, but stealthily to get the information and get out.
Okay, so I'm not going to make you do I'll make you do a move silently check to go into the room and sneak around so you don't make any unnecessary noise.
Okay.
Reroll that, it landed on the side.
Okay.
Alright, there we go. Okay, so you are very easily able to sneak inside the door, you close it behind you, and you enter into a back room that is basically almost like it's very dark in there. It's hard for you to see. I don't believe you don't have dark vision, right?
No, I believe I'm a human.
Okay, I just didn't know if you'd picked it up. So yeah, so you don't have dark vision. Some of the other guys do, but you don't. So yeah, it's kind of dark in there. You can't really see too much around you. And if you want, you can try and roll a spot check to see if you can figure out where the hell the lights are.
Okay.
I would like to point out I am human too.
Yes.
I am glad we are all affirming that we are human.
I mean, I'm a rabbit.
Yeah, I only got a +1 on spot.
Alright, I'm going to roll a luck check to see if you somehow manage to find this. Okay, that was a 19. That's a luck check. So as you're wandering blindly through the room, you come into contact with a pull tab that you feel might be attached to a light.
Pull it.
You pull the pull tab and light up the room. Immediately as you look around, there are cages upon cages upon cages surrounding you. And all of those cages are containing what appear to be kobolds. And
Is
one
there
of
an
them
angry fat one just yelling?
No, thankfully this is not in conjunction. Well, actually, hang on a second. Let me look. I want to actually look at something here because Archie might have another roll on your hands. Um, 'cause- hang on a second. I need to double check the timeline.
Don't worry, Arch.
Can't
This time you don't
remember
have
if
to
this
worry
is
about
supposed
anyone
to be.
shoving
Okay.
things up their ass.
Okay. Okay. I'll say never mind on that because I didn't realize how far away that timeline was. That is
Aw.
significantly away from each other. And kobolds do not have that long of a lifespan.
Well, we don't know how long they'd live because you kept fucking with their time span and bringing them back.
I mean, they still live for like 120 years, but that's still way too short. So no, we will not be doing that. All right. So as you kind of look at the different kobolds that are kind of in the cages, one of them comes up to the bars and reaches out to you. Please, let us free. Oh God, they're going to kill us. Please.
The wrong person has been sent back here. She is totally gonna set every one of them free.
They turn us into meat logs, and they use our blood to make some kind of goop that they put on food.
Okay, just don't attack me and my friends. Only the giants.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna have her, whatever she has to do to try and bust as many of them out as she can.
Okay, I'm gonna just have you roll an open lock check, a general 1 open lock check to open the cages.
Okay, one sec.
You just have to roll a little bit higher because I'm having you do multiple cages, so I'm not gonna.
Okay, that's. And did I add anything? Open lock? No, I don't get anything from open lock.
Okay, so you're able to unlock a couple of the cages, and you free about 8 or 9 kobolds, and they immediately begin rushing over to the other cages and just start using anything they can to smash them. So eventually they will be able. I'm going to roll strength checks for the group, and we'll see how many. And then, all right, so strength check isn't amazing, but they're able to do it over a period of time. And I am also going to roll to see how many kobolds we have, because that entire room was full of cages. There's probably like 10 cages there. We'll say that each cage will roll. So, let's see here. So 10 cages. Okay. So let's say each cage can hold up to 8 kobolds. We'll roll 10 d8s. You have 51 kobolds in that back room. So they're all just sort of standing there now. So we just go kill them?
Yes, we'll all attack the giants at once and kill them.
Okay, the lead kobold turns around to the other group and looks at them and says, "Yeah, go kick some ass!" After that happens, all of the kobolds that are in the group then immediately rush through the door like Three Stooges style and smash through the door and begin flooding out into the restaurant. As this is happening, everybody else, by the way, who is out in the front, still by the countertop, you are witnessing what happens. You just see there's a door in the back, you hear a smash. And then immediately it's like a wave of red things that are all moving at the same time and are all like 2.5 feet tall come out of the back and just start swarming all over the barbarians. And you realize immediately that they're kobolds. and the kobolds immediately begin attacking and biting and scratching at the barbarians. I'm going to roll a d20 for the cult. I'm going to roll 3 d20s to see how much damage is done to each one of those barbarians. Each one of them has 20 health. Okay, so one of them, I'm assuming it's going to be Ramgar because he's the biggest. He rolled the 1, so he only took 1 damage. He didn't get too hurt. The other guy took about half damage, and the third guy took over half damage. So they're fighting right now as Ramgar is not. And again, the kobolds are just swarming everywhere. So you guys are watching this. Now back to Kim in the rear room. You also notice that this is the storage area for the special kobold lunch meat and for the sauce, the special sauce that is put on top of the sandwiches. So there's jugs of the sauce, and then there's also loaves of the meat.
Grab them.
Well-
We're gonna need them.
Yeah, she grabs some, puts them in her bag real quick, and then tries to hurry out to make sure her friends don't attack the kobolds.
Okay, are you guys going to attack the kobolds? Because kobolds aren't attacking you; they're just attacking the barbarians.
Oh fuck no! I'm just outside the door watching this shit. Are you joking? This is a free show.
Okay, also, by the way, at the same time, everybody else in the restaurant has decided to fucking book it and is not dealing with any of this shit. So it's really just the They may have gone for the guards, by the way. What little guards are in this city, or town. But yeah, no. I'm gonna roll again for the barbarians to see how much damage they're taking.
I got popcorn. I'm just passing it around to our guys. We're just watching. It's like a free show.
Okay, so Ramgar is doing relatively good. He's still fighting off the kobolds. He's probably killed like 7 or 8 of them by now. The middle guy, he's on the ground. He's going to be dying very soon. They're nibbling at what's left of his neck. And the third guy, they tossed him in the fryer-later. He's dead. So, yeah, the barbarians are very slowly being overwhelmed. Kim, you are able to pretty much walk by unimpeded because the kobolds don't really want anything to do with you. And you can approach the others if you like, or you can do anything while you're still behind the counter.
Do I by chance see anything like that's looks like a notebook or a recipe book or just anything like that? Because I'm assuming they have bad memories.
Roll me a search check.
Okay. Suck. And that's +5, so 14.
Okay, you notice on the dead barbarian, he appears to have some kind of a notebook, a poor-looking notebook, sticking out of his back pocket.
Okay, I'll snag that and then hurry over to my friends.
Okay, so you snag that and then rejoin the others.
You want some popcorn?
You cut out what?
You
I
cut
said,
out.
do you want some popcorn?
Sure.
Here you go. This shit's fun. We don't have to actually do anything this time.
Yep, and I got all the stuff we need.
Perfect. Should we set this place on fire or let the kobolds just have it and we leave?
I think they're good. We should just leave.
Alright, sounds good.
I am also going to roll because the remaining kobolds, after they've taken care of the 2 other barbarians, are going to swarm Ramgar. Yeah, no, they rip him limb from limb, so he is also dead. So the lead kobold then stands up on the counter and proclaims, "You have conquered the disgusting humans that turned us into food! Now we will eat them!
Have fun!
Bye!"
See ya! Just gonna hop on out.
The kobolds then proceed to go to town, eating the corpses of the 3 barbarians. So yeah, so you guys got the secret to the thibbits. Sorry, not thibbit. Thibbit was the duck. The tartan sandwich. Now, Kim, that little notebook that you found is actually the meat recipes for the various deli meats that they serve. The guy who had died was the designated meat grinder. And the meat that was used for the tartan sandwich was something called kobold loaf. And it is literally made from the, basically, the deboned and de-skinned corpses of kobolds that are then thrown into the meat grinder and added in several spices to make it, bit more nice and edible as opposed to just tasting like kobold. And
So,
apparently the ingredient they used for the sauce was actually the kobold blood.
so can she, because she's feeling mischievous, can she change it to being giant meat and blood?
Oh.
I mean, do you want to actually physically alter the document, or do you just want to say that's what it was?
When we write it down.
That'll be a forgery check.
Okay.
Which I believe we do. Yes, we do have forgery in this. There's only been one other time in a campaign where I've actually had to have somebody roll a forgery check, which is interesting.
To be fair, you don't use it a lot.
Kane, you were the only person in this chat right now that was there for that outside of myself. And you know exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then you sank that guy's fucking ship in the immediate next session.
It's hard not to look back sometimes, thinking about where you came from. But then I think about it, where you came from changes you. Then why would I want to change?
Bingo.
I do.
Okay, so now that you guys have done that and the kobolds have essentially taken over the restaurant, whoever wants to put forward a vote for the next number, for the next
18.
location. 18 is also one that has not been done. And Kim, this is one you might like. It is not a dessert, but it's something that you can definitely
Go,
imbibe.
Ned.
And is my 16 successful or a fail?
For the forgery, that would be successful.
Okay.
So you did change it so that it's not going to be kobold meat anymore. However, the loaf that you have is made out of kobold meat.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys. All right, so let's see here. So where is this one? Oh, this is a fun one. So Arch, some of you guys have been here before. This was the location on the Bard campaign. This was also where, when you guys did the old folks' home one shot, that's where it was located in this town. So you guys are going to the town of Alabaster. And Alabaster is essentially this very high-end smithing town. Like, Grey Forge, which you guys have already been to when you guys had the rock ice cream, that was kind of like a working man's forging town, mainly dwarfs for the most part. This is more of like high-end smitheries, a lot of very like artistic style stuff, sculpting, painting. Alabaster is a town of the arts. So it's very vibrant. A lot of the town is very, well constructed and interesting. The buildings themselves are almost like the city itself is almost like an art project. There's statues and different other things everywhere, and everything just looks beautiful all the time. So basically, what you're going to do is you're riding into this town, and this has modern roads, cobblestone, fully decked out. And basically, you guys are just kind of riding in. So I don't know what you want to do here, because it isn't actually a fairly big town. This is one of the bigger towns that you've been in. It's similar to the size of Grey Forge.
Oh, let's send Human to ask if he could find a good restaurant. He needs more practice talking to people about taxes.
I think this is bullshit.
You don't want to tell people about taxes?
I have recently learned that was actually, in fact, not taxes, but assault.
Who finally told you?
Well, I was teaching an old woman, and she then told me it was assault. Well, she yelled, and then I kicked her again.
I told you not to go after the old ones.
This does not change.
No old
I
ones
will.
are kids. I keep telling you that.
I'm gonna roll off the carriage and slam into the ground again.
Okay,
You have an
do that.
attitude today.
Just ratchet back up.
I will go and talk to people now. You stay here.
And I walk off.
Bye
Okay,
bye.
All right, so you go out now. Roll me a search check to see who you find. Again, you're in a town full of like mainly artists. Okay, that's an 18. All right. So, Arch, you walk up and you see a half elf. He's walking down the road. He appears to have painting supplies, an easel, a color palette, some brushes and stuff. And he looks like he's going across town to go do some painting.
You, man with painting things, come here.
Excuse me, sir. Why are you pointing at me? What do you want?
You are organic. Organic needs to eat. Also, what are you doing with that art set? Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to paint a lovely landscape outside of town. You know, the fields this time of year are such a vibrant shade of red and yellow.
Hmm,
Are you a fan of the arts?
no.
Oh, that's a shame. So
Many,
what do you want, by the way, if you're not here to talk about painting?
many people get angry when we make art. It's not the same as when organics do. No.
I don't know what you mean by that, but the sooner this conversation is over, the better.
Ha! This is a great joke. You are a very funny person. Where do you like to eat?
Me? Oh.
Yes, you.
Well, I don't really go out to eat that much. There's a nice little bar downtown, though. It's where all the people go. They do have some foods there, but they're very, very well known for their mixed drinks.
I lean in like really uncomfortably close.
Are you speaking of alcohol?
Yes.
Very well. The pact is sealed.
And I take out a single gold coin and just like gently place it on him, just somewhere.
Oh,
Beautiful.
thank you, sir. It's always nice to see somebody who appreciates the arts and good liquor. It's the Alabaster Arms Bar. It's the bar in the hotel.
Alabaster. What? Interesting name. It's not what I would have chosen.
It's like 2,000 years old originally. I forget who it was. I think it was a gnome that named it.
My apologies, but I am done with you.
And I turn around and walk away.
Okay. He just kind of looks weirdly at you for a moment and then walks off to continue doing his painting.
I come back up to the carriage, just start climbing on top, rocking it back and forth.
I'm
I
just gonna
found
poke
a
my
name.
head out. So, you find anything, Robot Man?
I found there is a bar named the Alabaster Arms, and it is
I like lock my arm in a forward direction like a GPS. Like,
that way.
Let's go!
Okay.
It is in the hotel.
All right, so all you guys can roll a search check to find it. Again, it's a hotel, so it should stick out to you after a point. Okay, Candy doesn't see anything. She's busy.
She's playing with the pig. Oh, fuck me.
She's
Yeah,
playing
you all-
peekaboo with Maple.
Okay, so yeah, Candy is currently playing peekaboo with the pig. Kane, do you want to roll as well a search check?
You are the one
Yeah,
driving.
I might as well.
That is fair. You are driving, yes.
Oop,
Yeah,
unplug
but
my
am I
head.
really? Yeah, I'm just
I mean,
believing.
I mean, do you want me to make you roll ride checks?
No, I'll definitely roll one. I have no problem crashing. It's not my car.
That is fair. All right, so Kane and Arch, you two are gonna locate this. So as you guys, since Arch is attached to the top of the carriage and Kane, you're driving it, it's probably easier for you guys to see anyway. And you notice that there's a large building at the end of a street, and on the top of it says Alabaster Arms.
I think it is that one right there.
Are we stopping?
I think we need to stop here.
I forgot how to stop.
Oh, that's not good.
Do you remember?
Okay.
Can I
So-
poke my head out and yell at the horses to stop? Because I speak
do
beast
it.
speak.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. These two are idiots. Stop.
Okay, so the horse kind of leans its head over a little bit as it keeps walking forward. We have not gotten the order. We cannot stop.
Oh, stop or I'm not giving you any more green dragon.
She said she won't give us any more green dragon. What should we do? Well, it's obvious. We gotta stop, man. We gotta stop. But we haven't been given the order. Fuck your orders! They then pull up to the front of the building and stop.
Thanks, boys.
We're gonna get court-martialed for this, Larry. I know it.
You two will be fine.
Okay, so after your interaction with the horses, so it stops in the front. There is a valet.
Perfect. I'm gonna hop out.
Alright, so you hop out. So the valet goes up to Kane. By the way, the valet is a human. And he looks at you. Sir, would you like me to park your car? Ed.
Sure, why not? You'd probably be a better driver than I would.
Thank you, sir.
Just don't let the goblin go.
Of course, sir. We do not alter customer vehicles when parking them. So the valet takes the reins from you and then proceeds to drive your carriage off. He also hands you a little number that reads 69. This is the number for your car. So you will
Perfect
hand
number.
that back. So you will hand that back to him when you're looking to get your carriage back. And now you guys can go in the front. So I mean, it's a fairly ornate hotel. It's not anything that's like it's not like a shitty rundown place at all. It looks relatively high end for the most part. Again, like everything else in the city, it's very well designed and intricate, and the architecture is beautiful. And the whole front, and basically, there's several doors in the front that you can pass through.
Ooh, this place is fancy.
Pretty.
Let's go get
She
drunk.
she just starts skipping as she's going inside.
Okay, you do that. So yeah, Candy is skipping. The rabbit wants to get shit faced. Kane and Arch, what do you do? What are you guys doing? Because I know Arch, you wanted it because of the fuel source. You were just taking a hit, weren't you?
No. I wish. But I'll tell you what I am going to do.
Take a swig.
I'm going to find... Yeah, that too.
What are you gonna find?
I'm going to look for a nice comfy chair.
All right. Well, I mean, after you walk in the front door of the hotel, there are several chairs that are kind of around the lobby area that you can sit in. They look relatively comfortable.
I'll push all of them together.
Okay.
Like a big old like chair mass.
So wait a minute. How do you want them situated?
So like every single one is facing towards each other.
Okay, so it's a circle, but they're all facing inward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you find there are. I'm going to roll, actually. We need to figure out how many chairs are in this room. So I'm going to roll a d20. All right, there are 11 chairs in the room. So you make a circle with 11 chairs, all of them facing inwardly. By the way, the hotel staff has now noticed that you've done this. What are you going to do with the circle of chairs?
I'm just going to sit on one of them.
Okay. As you do this, the guy who was behind the lobby desk comes out. He's a half-elf. Sir, why did you move all of our chairs into the middle of the room?
I needed some better feng shui.
Okay, sir, can you please put the chairs back?
No.
Then I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to leave.
Why would you do that?
Because you moved around our chairs for no reason.
There was
And
a
they are
reason
not
I
yours.
wanted to.
Security!
Oh, this will be fun.
After that, 4 very, very burly orcs in suits come out from a back room and immediately surround you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that we would just do whatever we wanted here. I guess I was wrong.
Sir, you either put back the chair or you leave. There is no middle ground.
I'd like to see you make me put back the chair.
Okay, all 4 of them are going to put grapple checks on you. Each one of them gets a +5 to grapple, by the way.
I was like, let's see if they can handle this guy.
You could have came and got shit-faced with us, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They only get +5s. Okay, so Kane, what I want you to roll is I want you to roll a strength check. All you have to do is the highest one you have to beat is a 17.
All right, let's see. Oh, baby.
All right, so Kane, as they try and grab you, you do some Bruce Lee ninja move bullshit, and you jump to another of the chairs in the circle.
You move the chairs.
Sir, do not resist.
I'll move the chairs when you put them in my cold, dead hands.
Tasers.
Oh, shit.
Do we have tasers?
Each one of them pulls out what looks like a little, almost like a Roman candle with a blue tip on it,
Oh,
and they are all going to fire at you.
I go
It is
down
it
the
is
way I
it,
live.
it is a dexterity check for them. They get a +5 to dexterity. What is your AC?
I haven't put it 17.
Okay. So it's a +5, so that means 2 of them will hit, 2 of them will miss. So this is what happens. So the 1 and the 3. So the guy who got the 1, he's new and he's never used one of these before. So he tries to fire it, but he's doing something wrong. And as he looks down at the tip, it fires into his face and knocks him unconscious.
Damn.
The three is very, very, very distracted because there's a fly flying around him, and he accidentally fires and shoots the guy from the lobby that called them in, so he's unconscious. The other 2 are going to hit you. It doesn't do any damage, but it paralyzes you, so you cannot move.
I want it to be more of a problem.
I can have you roll, if you want to roll a Constitution save to try and keep some form of your mobility, I will allow it. But unless you roll a nat 20, you are not completely immune.
I'll give it a go. You never know.
Come on, you can do it, Kane.
I'm about to say I've already gotten this far.
Go.
Trying to get a felony.
Like you already don't have one, cannibal?
Okay, that doesn't work at all. The only thing that isn't paralyzed is your mouth. Sorry, sir, but you caused us to do this. They then proceed to grab you, and since you don't have the ability to resist, it doesn't matter. They then proceed to bring you outside and throw you into the dumpster out back before returning back inside the hotel.
You know what? I could use a nap.
I'll have you roll a Constitution save later to see if you get up. Okay, everybody else is inside after Kane is tased and removed. So now that you guys are inside the lobby, you do notice there are several kind of little things around. I mean, they have like a little gift shop area. They have like a food court type thing, and then there's also the hotel lounge. And the hotel lounge is just simply it just has bar above the door.
So
Candy runs for the gift shop.
I knew you were going for the gift shop.
Okay, you're going to the gift shop. Are you looking for anything specific, or you just want to know?
Souvenirs.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna hang on a second. Hang on a second, because I have a decent idea for this. Piece of crap. Hang on. Where is it? Okay, so as you walk inside, there are several things that you see. You see bags of dice that are used for gambling. You see various stuffed toys, a mind flayer head, a beholder, a mimic, a dragon, an owl bear.
Ooh.
There are also some various painting and other arts and crafts supplies given the city, and you have little pewter figures of various adventurers.
Can I do a spot check on the pewter figures to see if I recognize any adventurers?
Okay, you can do that. Roll me a yeah, roll me a spot check.
Okay.
Oh, that was almost a
And
20. That was almost a 20.
yeah, it's only +1.
Oh, that's a 15. So, as far as this universe goes, just because it's we don't really operate within the standard D&D timeline, they're actually pewter figures of all the characters from season 2.
Nice.
So you have Curtis Swiftfoot, the little frog man that Cham played that has the dark blade lightsaber. You have Kane's character, Kermit, who is the brother of Curtis, who has his massive magnum rifle. You have Raka, who was our Doomslayer or you have Uhtred Jerome, who was our Doomslayer paladin. Of course, you have Syra Cavenport, Arch's necromancer. And then you also have Draylark, who was Velnos's forest warrior elf, and he is in his forest armor.
Nice.
Get the owl bear plushie. Come on, you know you want to do it.
Oh, she grabs one of each type of plushie and each type of pewter figure.
Okay, so you have one of each of the season 2 characters, and you also have one of each of the stuffed things. So you have a stuffed beholder, a stuffed dragon, a stuffed mind flayer head, and a stuffed owlbear.
Yep.
Okay, so you walk up to the counter with that and put everything down, and the woman who is behind the counter kind of counts everything up. All right, that'll be 20 gold.
Here you go.
Thank you. She then puts everything in a little gifts basket that says "I heart alabaster" and hands it to you.
She takes it happily and just, skips away.
Okay, so the other guys are going to go for the bar then, I assume.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so the rabbit and the robot are going to go into the bar. So as you guys walk in, it's kind of like it's dimly lit. It's not one of those you don't have like blinding lights. It's just that normal kind of dimly lit ceiling lighting. There's a nice wooden bar in the back with a bartender at it, and there's various tables that are kind of spread around. There's also a music stage for people to perform at various times, and there is somebody up there currently.
Looks like a nice place. What do you think?
That would be Arch.
Human.
What are you asking me?
What do you
Of
think of the
course I
bar? Why are you so bitchy tonight?
Who are you? Oh, you're the rabbit. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm the bunny. The one that knows your secret.
Oh no.
Just glare for a minute.
I'm just gonna blow you a kiss.
I think the bar is very interesting, but I think we need to find things with higher content alcohol. Everything here smells like shit.
We can probably make something strong if we can get in the back.
I agree with this sentiment. Where is the one who likes to eat people? He is good at sneaking.
He is currently passed out in a dumpster, and you saw him get dragged out the front door.
Last time
Yeah.
I saw him, he was pissing off some guards. Should we go get him?
I was doing it the hard way.
I mean, do we need him?
We could try without him, and if it doesn't work, go get him. We could always get Candy to play decoy for us if he's not gonna do it.
This would also work.
Alright, I'm gonna look around for Candy.
Okay,
Hey.
she walks in not long after you with the gift bag.
Candy, perfect! We have a plan.
What's up?
We're gonna try to make the strongest drink we can find.
But aren't we supposed to look for the best recipe?
Yeah, but we could have a really strong drink and get shit-faced, too.
Why can't we do both?
This is true. Look at the robot. Let's at least
Actually,
look at the recipes first. Or let's find the recipes first, then we do it.
okay. I agree to this sentiment for now, but next time we get shit-faced and then do work.
I mean, it gets easier to do work if we're not shit-faced, but I'm good with either. We can get shit-faced first. I'm not opposed to ordering drinks first.
Why would anyone want shit on their face?
It means getting drunk, Candy.
Okay.
You want us to get you some sweet alcohol? Something yummy?
Do they have sweet alcohol?
Yeah!
I want all of it.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun night. Alright, let's
Okay.
go find a table or somewhere to sit and look at the menu.
Well, you can go. Well, the drink menu. There is one that you can see that's sitting up at the bar. And as you guys are going up to do that, Kane, roll me a Constitution save.
Oh, shit.
I'm all over that.
So if you roll above a 15, you'll wake up. Okay, you rolled above a 15. So Kane, you wake up in a dumpster full of rotten food and disgusting things.
All right, well, I want to get back out of the dumpster for starters.
Okay, you do that.
I'm gonna see if there's like a street vendor outside I can talk to, whether they sell like food or fruits or whatever.
Roll me a search check. Technically, it should be a spot check, but you can roll me a search check.
Sure, but search is good search, so let's go. As long as I, have a decent roll, kind of a hit and a miss. That's a hit though.
Okay, yeah. So you find a burrito vendor.
Go over to him.
Hello, senor. Would you like a burrito?
What kind you got?
I have carne asada and chicken.
I like chicken. Give me a chicken one.
You get a chicken burrito. You just want one?
Me too.
Alright, 2 chicken burrito.
I
Hang
like
on a
one
sec.
for later.
Alright, so he reaches into his cart and you see some steam come up from the inside of it, and he hands you 2 chicken burritos and demands 2 gold in return.
I give him 3. And be like, here, give us change.
Alright, you give him 3 gold, you now have 2 chicken burritos. Because it's from a street vendor, I'm not going to roll, I'm just going to say they're fantastic.
So you've been doing this a long time?
Yes.
Anything interesting? Any weirdos like me?
I mean, what kind of weirdo are you?
I mean, did you just see me crawl out of that dumpster?
I see lots of people crawl out of that dumpster.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know this was a hot spot. That explains a lot, actually.
Why do you think I set this cart up right here?
Yeah, good business. I've never woken up from a hangover when not wanting a burrito.
Now you're getting it.
Freaking, they got kicked out of this place over there. I was trying to move some chairs around and they weren't having it.
Yes, they made me move across the street because they said my food cart made the building look cheap.
That's unfortunate. See, this is why I try to get thrown into dumpsters more often. I'm always causing problems.
I like you, little weird man.
I like you too, burrito guy. I'm gonna go eat these burritos and go see what my friends are doing.
Adios, amigo.
Later.
Alright, you go off and you eat your delicious burritos. Now we're going to go back inside as you're making your way in. So, all of you guys go up to the bar. So, if you want to examine the menu, you can do a spot check, all of you, depending on what you want.
Let me see.
Is there someone tending the bar up there?
There is a bar. There are several bartenders actually behind it because it's a very large bar. So there's actually 3 bartenders behind there.
I don't see shit. It's too high for me. And the robot refuses to lift me up.
This is true. Okay, Arch looked. Kim, you'll also need to roll one.
She's not gonna look. She's just gonna directly ask someone for which ones are the sweet ones.
Okay. So, Arch, what are you specifically looking for in there?
The highest alcohol content.
Okay, so you see something in there that's called a moonshine rush. And apparently it's 3 different kinds of moonshine that have all been mixed into one, and it's served in a jar.
Mm.
It is literally pure alcohol.
I think this would be the perfect drink.
And I pick it up and I hand it over to Purity. Like,
Thank you.
You drink this, you will become strong.
I'm gonna look and see what like the most well-known drink, like the specialty drink is.
Okay, well, usually they do have a little section like that. So you see several specialty drinks. A lot of them you've seen before, like a Calgar Martini, a Hijack iced tea, various things that you've seen before. However, one of them you haven't seen before, and it's called the Sextini.
Oh, I
Is
think
and the picture is of looks like a martini with a pinkish color to it.
I think I'll try the Sextini.
Okay, so before you guys put in your orders, Kim is going to have a question to ask the bartender. So there's a gnome behind the counter. He's standing up on a stool polishing a glass.
Excuse me.
Yes, what do you want?
I'm looking for any of your sweet flavored drinks.
Okay. Well, hang on a second. Let me get something up here for you. We got our Calgar peach liqueur here. Gonna add a little bit of that. We're gonna put in a little bit of our dry southern gin here. And then we're going to put in a little juice of this and that. And he kind of fools around a little bit and passes you an interesting looking drink with an orangey looking color.
Is our
And
bartender Alex Ross? Or what the fuck is his name? Bob Ross.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up!
No, he is not Bob.
He sounds like it. We're gonna add a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
And we're just gonna
Yeah,
shoot
maybe
the
if he was
devil
not
out of
healing
it.
him.
And there's only
like
happy
it, though.
accidents.
That was not intentional.
Now you know what you have to do when you make the character.
Yeah, but yeah, no, this will definitely come up in that recording. Okay. So he puts this thing in front of you. You watched him mix it. A lot of fruit juices, a lot of orangey type of flavors with it. And it's garnished with a sliver of grapefruit.
Ooh.
And he pushes it over to you. This is our citrus blast. We love this thing.
Thank you. That looks amazing.
Yep, that'll be 5 silver.
So she hands him 1 gold because she doesn't do math.
Thank you for the tip, ma'am. So he gives it to you. So you're going to have to roll me a d20 to see if you like it or if it's a little too acidic for your tastes. Oh, no, you're enjoying the fuck out of that. Yeah, no, you might want a second one when you're done. Now we're going to go to the other guys. So the same gnome that was just dealing with, the same gnome that was dealing with Kim looks over to Arch and Purity, and you guys order your stuff. So Arch, you ordered the Moonshine Rush, and Purity, you ordered the Sextini.
Yeah, I did.
So he begins making those different things for you. And he mixes the drinks, and you can see basically what he's putting in both of them. The moonshine one is he literally just takes out a jar from under the counter and passes it to Arch and immediately demands 10 gold.
You want 10 gold from who?
Oh, that drink is worth 10 gold. I just gave you a jar of liquor.
But I do not have it at current.
Okay, then you ain't getting any drinks. And he immediately goes over and grabs the jar and puts it back onto the counter.
This seems entirely unfair, but I shall give you money.
Okay, so you're going to give him the 10 gold?
Yes, I suppose if you twist my arm.
Okay, so you hand over the 10 gold. He then immediately takes the jar back out again and puts it in front of you and gives you your drink. He then proceeds to mix Purity's drink. So you see that there's a few things. He's mixing up some Calgar gin. There's some dry vermouth. There's some strawberry liqueur to give it some color. And then he puts it under the counter for a second, and you see his hands kind of have like a little bit of a motion. And then after he's done doing that, he then puts the martini back up in front of you, and there's just some flakes of stuff on the top. Something he seemed to have maybe like cheese grated or something onto the top of it.
Ooh, what's
like
this
a-
on
as
the
like-
top?
Oh, that's special. That's what makes it a sextini.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, it's kind of a trade secret. So if I tell you, I'm probably fired.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Okay, so Arch, you're just going to down the liquor, I assume.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so yeah, you just pour that right in your mouth hole. I'm not going to make you roll because that's probably the fuel you run on. And Purity, you have your sextini, so you can roll to see how good you find that is.
Is this Constitution?
It's just a straight D20 roll because it's just determining whether or not you're enjoying what you're drinking.
Okay.
There's no modifiers.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, you're really enjoying that. So it's got a strawberry taste to it, and then at the same time, it's also got this kind of like zing, and you don't know if that's from maybe like the shave stuff that's in it, but it's good. You really really enjoy it. So
I'm going to try a cooking knowledge on this.
okay, you can do that. 19. You can determine that it's some form of biological matter, and it's not fruit, and it's not a vegetable.
That's interesting. Not fruit or a vegetable. I hope I'm not eating human again.
I will say that you're not.
That's good.
You were able to determine that it did not taste like people because now you have actually been able to taste that thanks to this campaign. All right, and as you're kind of dissecting what is in the mixed drink, Kane, you are now approaching the bars. You've seen everybody there, so now that you're through there. By the way, actually, because the security guys accidentally tased the dude in the lobby, you were able to just walk through.
Nice. It all worked out in the end.
Indeed. So, do you want to order a drink?
Yeah, I'll just get like everything that they have mixed into one big bucket.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say happens. So there's a dwarf or a gnome behind the counter, and you look over at him and you basically ask him, like, "Oh, you want the mat?"
Yeah, sure, whatever you call it.
All right, hang on there a sec, laddie. This is an occasion. I haven't had to do one of these in almost 5 years. So he walks over to the area where they mix the drinks usually, which is kind of it's to the left of where you are and a little bit behind the counter. And he picks up the rubber mat that's back there that they mix the drinks on, and then he proceeds to drain that into what looks like a whiskey glass or like a bourbon glass, like a more like a watery glass than anything else. He then takes that glass and puts it in front of you and says, "It's on the house, laddie."
Oh, you shouldn't have.
You're gonna love it.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna down it.
You're gonna roll a Constitution save at a -2.
All right, that means it's just a straight D20.
That's a 15. You took that like a champ. It burned like fuck the whole way down, but you took it like a champ. By the way, if anybody knows what I'm referencing there, that is a real thing.
The
That's
map.
at bars sometimes. That is a real thing. You can ask for the map, and it's usually free.
Huh.
Oh wow.
Although
I'll try
again, it's not usually professional bars.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
about to say. I'll try my best to be an alcoholic.
indeed.
Fuck, I'm not even trying right now.
All right, so yeah, no, but you're doing good. You're enjoying that. So yeah, so Purity and Kim, you guys both finish your martinis and love them. So I don't know if you want to order any more of those, or if you're gonna try and procure the information out of somebody or anybody, or find out what's going on.
Ooh. Hey, hey, human. Hello?
We can't hear you, Arch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't hear you, man. I see your little pog lighting up, but yeah, we're not getting nope, we're not getting any voice.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep, now we can hear you.
Son of bitch, Mike was unplugged.
Oh, you know what, bro? Sometimes you just need a little reboot.
We'll just plug Mike back in. That's okay.
Yes, what is it that you desire?
You're really tall. When I order another one of these, can you try to see over the bar and see what he's mixing into it?
Yes, I could also hold you above my head.
Oh, that'll work too. Wait till he's like not. We gotta have a distraction. Hey, Candy.
Yeah.
When he's mixing my drink, get his attention while he's mixing so that we can see what he's doing and he won't see us. Please, I'll give you some. It's really sweet.
Well, that's not the problem. It's just how would he mix the drink if I'm distracting him?
People can talk and mix drinks.
Really?
Show him your chest. That usually works.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to order another sextini.
Okay, so you order another sextini. Kim, if you're going to try and distract him, I'll I would say perform.
Okay. So for performance, the only they're I would just do the
If you don't have specifics, it's just whatever the modifier would be. So in that case, I think it would just be a charisma check, I think.
okay, because the only perform I have is food presentation.
I mean, are you presenting yourself as food?
I'm gonna say yes because she's weird.
Let's do this. Roll it up.
She's gonna put a little whipped cream on her chest, a little bit of a cherry.
Where am I getting these ingredients?
They're just sitting on the bar, no reason given.
I get plus 7.
God, that's a 25. Okay. All right.
Now
So
that
this is
man's
what.
utter attention.
So
So
this is. All right. Go ahead. Whatever you want to describe that you do, go for it.
So basically, she puts her whole body on the bar and tries to stick her chest out towards him as much as humanly possible because she was told to.
Okay. Because you rolled a 25, he is going to be very, very, very distracted to the point where he actually lets go of the glass and then it drops on the floor and shatters, but he doesn't care.
Okay. Arch, lift me up so I can see.
Damn, I've never seen ones that big in person.
I immediately pick up Purity.
She's like, oh, just these things?
All right, so Purity, roll me a spot check to see if you can see what he's doing.
What he's seeing right now.
Oh gosh, where did you send it?
It's in the gen chat. Here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty spot on for the most part.
Yeah.
So what do I have to roll to see what he was mixing in before he dropped it?
Spot check.
Okay. Oh, if that was Dex, it'd be really good, but it's not.
Roll your dexterity to look at things. No. All right. So 17. So you glance over the counter, and he was about ready to bring the glass down and do his little shaving thing. So he was about to put the glass down and grab the cheese grater, but he did grab the other thing in his other hand, and from what it looks like, it looks kind of like a mushroom, like a big mushroom that's in his hand. You're not really quite sure what it is, though. You've never seen a mushroom like that before.
Well, it's either a mushroom or his dick. Let's take let's take bets. Huh. I'm gonna motion for human to put me down.
I very slowly set her on the counter.
Okay, you do that.
Thank you.
This guy is still distracted. He's not looking away.
Ooh,
As
is
long
there
as
any
long as
extra of those mushrooms there so I can reach down and get one?
they're kind of under where he was reaching was under the counter, so you'd have to go behind the actual bar to see
He's
it.
still distracted. Can I do it?
Yes, I'll allow you to do it because I said he is just so distracted by boobage, he has no interest in anything else.
Alright, I'm gonna jump down, grab one, jump back before he notices.
Okay, you jump down and go under the bar where he was reaching, and you see a pile of them that are just sitting there. And now that you have a better look at them, they are not mushrooms. They are penises.
I was joking! Oh boy, I'm just gonna put one in my bag and jump back out.
Yep, you do that. By the way, if you would like to roll your cooking knowledge check, you can determine what kind of penis it is.
I never thought we'd have that sentence.
That is a 19. It is a minotaur penis.
Of course it is.
And that is what he was cheese grating into your drink.
Ew. I'm just gonna jump down and go, alright, Candy, that's enough.
Okay. She just slides backwards to get in the seat.
Good job.
Okay, as that happens, I'm gonna roll this for the gnome.
He might ask you to marry him.
Okay. Okay, he rolled an 11. So he's able to regain his composure after a minute and just look at it. I gotta go in the back room for a minute. Sandy, take over here. And he immediately goes in the back room. You can also see that as he's walking away, he is trying to cover up a massive erection.
Damn, I didn't know they were hung that much.
He's a gnome. What they lack in height goes other places.
Makes sense.
So after that, another woman comes up to you. I'm Sandy. What do you want?
Do you have any kind of sampler platter, like where I could get a whole bunch of different drinks?
Oh, you want the shot line?
Yes!
All right, she goes behind the counter and she prepares 5 shots on a wooden board and puts it in front of you. Each shot is of a different liquor. She will tell you what they are as you drink them.
Okay. So she just starts it. She's like, starts
All
from
right.
the left, works her way.
Okay, so you slig down the first one. You're going to have to roll me a constitution save first.
She's going to pass out on the first one. What do I add for constitution?
It doesn't matter. You rolled a 17.
Okay.
So you're good on the first one. So the first one is a brownish liquor, and she goes, "That's some Dren bourbon, finely aged in the best bar house in the city."
Ooh.
It goes down very smooth, and it's very it's got that because it's a bourbon. It has like that charred flavor to it. It's very nice. All right,
Nice.
all right. Second shot. Roll me another Constitution save. Okay.
I get +1.
You passed again. So this one is a clear liquor. And he just goes, "That is the finest of the hijack rum. It's from, technically the whole colony was settled by pirates, so you kind of know it has to have rum. But it's lovely. It's a clear rum. Perfect." And again, goes down very smooth, has that rum flavor. It's not spiced. So it's kind of clean, but it's an interesting taste. Roll me a third Constitution save. We'll see if you can get through all 5 of these. All right,
14.
yeah, 14. I'm going to say that's enough. I'm going to say anything you roll that's above a 10 is going to be enough to get you through.
Okay.
Yeah. So the third one is this really dark liquor, like almost black, and you slug that down, and it's got like a spice to it. It's got different stuff in it that makes it burn a little bit more than some of the other ones on the way down. That is some of our primal black magic rum. It has a little bit of magic in it just to give you the burn. Doesn't hurt you. Just gets it a little bit in there. Makes you a little more drunk. It's honestly, it's the best. I love mixing it with sodas.
Ooh.
All right. Fourth shot. Roll me again.
Nope.
All right. Nope. That was a 9. You passed out during that one. And as you fall over backwards off of your bar stool, you crash into the ground and immediately go to sleep. And Sandy kind of leans over and looks at you. Knew it. They always pass out on the fourth one. That is the orc moonshine.
Ooh, that sounds good.
You want the last shot? She ain't drinking it, and if you're not, then I am.
Fuck yeah, I'll drink it.
All right, gives you the last shot. Roll me Constitution.
Damn it, it was almost a 15.
Yeah, I said roll above a 10, so yeah, you took that shot and you immediately passed out. So the bunny is passed out, the busty hot chick is passed out, and no, Kane is still. Yeah, all right, so Kane and Arch are still conscious. Purity and Kim are unconscious, and Purity, by the way, Sandy says what you drank was and that was a primo sensational liquor. It is Calgar Ale that has been aged for 25 years.
Worth
Alcohol
it.
content 89%.
Worth it.
I'm just like lightly applauding in the background.
I too would like to learn the skill of making organic sleep spontaneously. This is amazing.
It's a gift, honey. You gotta learn it over time, or just get really, really good at punching people in the face.
You are so wise.
I know. It's why I'm a bartender.
I am going to have these two recover somewhere else.
That's a good idea, honey. And also take your short friend there. He's staring at my ham hocks and it's making me uncomfortable.
Oh, you. He only wants to eat you. Excuse me.
And I pick them up, like one under each arm, and just walk out.
Yeah, you can do that. Kane, are you going to do anything before you leave?
No, I feel like I've done enough.
Fair enough. All right. So you guys leave and you go back outside to where the valet is, and the valet looks at you and sees that Arch is carrying Kim and Purity, who are unconscious, and Kane is also there after seeing him get dragged out and tossed in a dumpster before. And he looks at you. Oh, do you still have your little card so I can go get your carriage?
Yeah, this one. We're 69, I think.
Ah, there you go. Yes, hang on a second. He then goes back around. He comes back with your carriage and drops it off there. Everything is as it was, including the goblin who is still tied up.
Perfect.
Here you are, sir. Have a nice night.
You too.
All right, so Arch, you toss the two unconscious people in the back with the cow that can regenerate, and he'll just kind of deal with that. And you can strap yourself back to the roof, and Kane can get back in the driver's seat. So you guys have your next recipe, which was the sextini. Thankfully, it was something that thankfully it was something that Kim could actually imbibe this time, even though she had a different martini. All right, so we usually do about 3 of these, so you guys are good for one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do one more.
Okay, so that's up to the chat then. Whoever wants to donate can pick the next location. Pick a random number between 1 and 31.
Reaver, it's your choice. You're the last one to donate. So far.
If anybody donates and we do not get to their turn this time, we will keep a note of it for next time.
So give it a minute. Uh, 25.
25 has already been claimed. Pick another number.
We've gone through quite a bit.
That was the Calgar clam. Was number 25.
You can fuck right off.
Hey, look. I mean, blame Rocky Mountain oysters. All right, that's the reason why that exists.
Four.
Okay, I definitely know we haven't done that yet. Oh, hang on a sec. Okay, all right. So, oh, this is gonna be good. All right. Okay, so you guys are going to the town of Carton next. And Kane, this is also a place where you were at in season 1, and Purity, since you've seen the episode, this is where Blood Rage happened.
Oh no.
So Kane, and again, yeah, I think you would have been the only one that was in that one because that was still season 1. But yeah, that was where Cham went on a cocaine-fueled killing spree,
Just
and then you guys
adopted all
rolled
orphans and puppies.
Yeah. So Carton is again, it's a horse town. It's surrounded by wide open pastures and fields and horse breeders at various ends, and that's where they make a lot. They've made a lot of their money is breeding and selling various high-end breeds of horses. And the main town itself is kind of a little rustic village that's kind of like, set in the countryside. But it's got some pretty decent restaurants that are kind of spread throughout, as well as clubs and bars and various other things. So as you guys are riding into town, again, the roads aren't the roads aren't 100% cobblestone, they're brick. So as you go in, you're rolling over these brick roads through these random streets. So who wants to be the guinea pig this time?
I guess I'll do it unless Kane wants to.
No, I think I had my fill. I think I'll be a regular customer this average, at least until I can.
Hmm.
I can't control what other people do.
All right, I guess I'll go find somebody.
I won't start something, but I'll finish it. Let's just say that.
That's fair. All right, so Purity, roll me a search check. Okay, you rolled an 11. So, you find a hobo.
Oh, can I keep looking?
You can roll again if you wish. Right, you rolled an 18 that time. You find somebody who is not a hobo. This time, you see it appears to be a human businessman who's kind of walking down the street, going through various scrolls and papers.
Hey, excuse me, sir.
Yes, what do you need?
What's the nicest restaurant in town?
Depends on what you qualify as nice. I hate this town. I have to travel through here for business every fucking week, goddammit. And all I have to smell is horse shit. There is one place where I go to eat. And it's the only place in town that I legitimately think is sanitary and isn't actually serving me horse meat. And it's called the Cotton Burger House.
Okay. Do you know how to get there from here?
Well, if you go that way towards the center of town, take a right, take a left. Actually, no, you take 3 rights in a row. Yes, you take 3 rights in a row after you reach the center of town, and then you're there.
Why do you always do this to me?
And then maybe a left. No, it's definitely 3 rights. It's definitely 3 rights.
Thank you, sir.
Or is it 4 rights? I can't remember. I'm not good with maps and roads. Shoo, you little foul demon.
Oh, fuck you too, buddy. Walk back to the cart. Should have let the fucking cannibal eat him. Hey, cannibal.
Okay.
That's me.
I found somebody for you to eat if you're hungry.
I don't know. I'm not starving. I'm not really hungry. I'm in like a good middle ground. I
I
guess I,
mean,
could
it's
flip a
up to
coin
you. He's
for
kind
him.
of a dick. No one will miss him.
I'm gonna pull out a gold coin. I'm gonna flip it.
Okay. Roll me a D4. 1 and 2 is heads, 3 and 4 is tails. What are you calling?
It's tails.
Oh, Kane, you have to call it before you flip so that you know which one is right.
Oh, I guess heads I will, and tails I won't. All right, let's
All
go.
right, roll. All right, so roll it again. All right, that's heads.
So I will. All right. Well, I'm gonna go sneak over to him.
Move silently.
Yep.
He is a bit distracted because he's looking through papers and he's kind of agitated.
I missed this. I have no excuse. That was not right. Ignore that.
Plus
Plus
61. How
61.
fucking broken are you?
No, ignore that. I don't know why I did that. Oh, that's bad.
That's a plus 13. That's a 20. You're still going to be able to sneak up on him.
I'll try and kill him silently, not even making a sound. Man,
Okay.
as quiet and easily as possible.
Okay, so you're going to have to do your sneak attack. So do
Yeah,
that.
I'm stabbing.
If you roll basically above 12 damage, you're going to insta kill him.
Okay, so with the sneak attack. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So here's what happens. So Kane, you sneak up behind him very stealthily and take out your knife. And as he walks in front of an alleyway, you walk up and you grab him very quickly and yank him into the alleyway as you're slicing his throat open. You then bleed him out in the alleyway. He is dead.
I want to rob him and then chop off his arm.
Okay, I'm going to roll a loot check for you with a d20 to see what he has on him.
I love it when they go down easy. It makes my job so much.
All right, that was a 6. So he just mostly had like papers that were about something that you don't give a fuck about. Mostly just financials on some stupid bakery in another town. And and basically nothing else. He has a little pouch that has 20 gold in it.
Hey, I'll take it. Better than
Okay,
nothing.
so all right, so you take that, and then what were you gonna do? You're gonna chop him up?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna chop off his arm. Little
Strength
light
check.
snack.
Strength check.
Strength check. Let's do
Yep,
it.
because you're hacking off a limb.
He's dead, so ain't nobody gonna be resistant at least.
Yeah, no. It's just whether or not how easy you get through it.
Ah,
All right,
it's
I
a
mean
process.
it's not. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a little bit. There's a lot of those tendons in there are a little tougher than maybe they should be. But eventually you are able to separate his arm. It just takes about 15 minutes.
Oof. Alright, I'm gonna freaking just like pull out like a little napkin and just put it on his head.
Okay.
My
You
calling
pull.
card.
All right. You leave a napkin on his face as he's
Leave it there, head
lying
back to the
dead
cart.
in the. Okay, so you leave the napkin on his face and then you return to the cart afterwards. So you guys going to go to the Cart and Burger House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you guys follow the man's directions. We'll call it roughly, and eventually you come to this small, like actually I shouldn't say small. It's relatively decent sized. It's not like massive, massive. It's not like the hotel, but it's big enough where it can be considered a full restaurant and not just like a small little like
All
takeout
right.
place.
Why don't we head inside?
Um, can anybody else going in?
Oh heck yeah.
Kane's going in. Purity's going in. Arch and Kim, are you guys taking the trek?
I will go.
I am ready.
Okay, you're about to see meat again. Again, we have somehow avoided the desserts. So yeah, you guys enter the Carton Burger House, and again, it's like it's built almost like a Chili's or something like that. If you're walking into one of those places, and a woman comes up to you. Oh, hi there. Can I show you to a seat? Are all four of you in one group?
Yes.
All right. Well, you follow me, and we're gonna come over here. And she leads you to a table with four chairs sitting around it, and then proceeds to pass out menus to all four of you. Now, can I get you something to drink?
What do you have to drink? Oh, we have the menus, right? So we can just look.
Water, soda water, and that's it.
Oh, I'll just have water then.
Okay, everybody get water there.
Soda water.
Okay, you want soda water? So one soda water, three waters.
What kind of juices you got?
The only thing that we have in the back that is possibly considered a juice is meat juice.
Give me that. In a big mug.
Okay, that's kind of disgusting, but we can do that.
Don't you
It's mostly just grease.
And
I'm just letting y'all know.
He's not picky.
sandwich.
Okay, and do you need some time to look over the menu before you order?
Yes,
Probably.
please.
I'm very picky.
Okay, I'll be back with your drink. So you guys can look over the menu while she's over getting the waters and Kane's meat juice. So that'll be a spot check to see if you can find anything interesting on the menu.
Mozzarella cheese sticks.
It's supposed to be a 3, not a 2. Whoopsie.
I don't think I can even read the menu.
Oh, all right,
You're
you're rolling
like-
that 20. Arch,
you're
you
like-
can roll 2.
Burger. It's like sounding it out loudly.
What the fuck is that?
All right, Arch, you can roll 2 if you want.
I refuse.
Okay, fair enough.
Why do you not want to roll?
Well, I suppose I will. What do I need to roll?
It's just a spot check.
No, I don't want to.
Wow, we got 2 nat 1s and a nat 20. Okay. All right,
I'm not
so
looking at shit.
Arch, you are so offended by the fact that she did not actually ask you specifically what you wanted to drink. She just assumed you wanted water, that you are so perturbed that you refuse to order. Kane, you look over the menu and you're just reminded about the fact that you have a human arm that you can eat. So you really don't want anything on the menu. Purity and Kim, you guys both notice that there is one signature burger that is on the menu, the Carton Burger, served with your choice of French fries or mashed potatoes. And the Carton Burger is listed as, in the ingredients on the menu, is listed as a mixed meat burger topped with Swiss cheese, brown gravy, and placed on a pumpernickel bun.
I think I'm going to try the burger. How about you?
There are many
Yes,
other
I think
burgers.
I will try to.
Okay, so you two are going to have the Carton Burgers. If you want to search for anything else on the menu that, because Kim, you did roll a nat 20, so if you want to search for anything else on the menu that you actually want to eat, you can just simply...
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any like a dessert or a salad?
Okay, let's salad. I will say no, but we will see about the dessert if they have anything decent. So I'll roll a d20 to see what they got. All right, so that's mid. So they have one of those traditional like chocolate lava cake type things. So it's like a slice of cake with some hot fudge and ice cream and stuff on top of it.
Okay.
All right, so after you guys have kind of looked through a little bit, the waitress comes back. All right, what can I get y'all?
Oh, what was the burger called again?
You cut out
What was the burger called again?
the Carton Burger.
I'll have one carton burger, please.
Okay, and the shiny one?
I too will have the same thing.
Okay, the short little man who is sitting here. That would be you, Kane.
I'll just get what they got. I don't know what this is.
Okay, we'll get you another carton burger. And, you, ma'am.
I'll take a carton burger and a lava cake.
Ooh, okay, yeah, the lava cakes are good as a follow up. It's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna come back and we're gonna get you all that stuff. All right, so she goes off, and after a little while, she comes back with the food and places it down in front of you. So, Arch and Purity ordered carton burgers. Kim ordered a carton burger and a lava cake, and Kane also got a carton burger because he just said he wanted what everybody else was having. Now, all of you are going to have to roll d20s to see if you like it or not. Okay, that is a percentage die.
I didn't roll that. Where the fuck did that come from?
That's the very last dice on
No,
the
I
thing.
mean, I legitimately didn't roll that. I just clicked back into the thing.
You probably
Can I count that 22 as my roll?
no.
Damn. I have no idea where the fuck that thing actually came from.
Arch, how did that? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that was higher than that.
Yeah, Arch, roll that again.
There's something going on with the rolls.
I
Oh,
do
God,
not
okay.
think it matters.
That is actually fair. You're a robot. It doesn't. All right. So Kane and Kim, you will also have to roll as well.
So just so you know, she took some napkin and slid the patty out, so she's only eating the rest of the burger.
Okay, that is
I was
perfectly
about
fine.
to ask because I remember you said your character was vegetarian.
Yep, she's gonna give that to her Maple.
Okay. So Kane, you can also roll. It's just a straight d20.
Do I roll again for the dessert, or is that for both?
You can roll again for the dessert. Okay, so Kane. All right.
Whatever.
Apparently, yes, for
I
you.
don't really like it.
It's not people. All
It's
right. I mean,
fuel, I guess.
the lava cake is at least mid. I mean, it's basically essentially what you expected. They can't really fuck it up too bad. Um. So yeah, but the burger ingredients without the burger is definitely subpar. Um. Kane, you do not like the burger because it is not made out of people. Arch, you do not have taste buds. Purity, apparently you really enjoy it. And also, by the way, Kim, you fed the burger to the pig. Um,
I didn't hear anything you said.
all right, so Kim didn't like the burger ingredients. She took the burger out and proceeded to eat the ingredients instead. Kane, sorry, and then the lava cake was mid. It's hard to fuck up ice cream and fudge and stuff on chocolate cake. Um, Kane didn't like it because it wasn't people. Arch doesn't have taste buds, and you rolled a 14, which means that you actually enjoyed the burger.
All right, I'm gonna do a cooking knowledge.
Yep, you can roll out if you want to try and discern something. Okay. All right, so I'm going to say that's high enough. So this is what you find out. So after eating it, I mean, you knew what was on it anyway because it was listed. It was Swiss cheese, brown gravy, and it's on a pumpernickel bun. The burger patty, however, which is said was a mixed meat patty, you can definitely taste beef, which is normal for hamburger. There's definitely some pork in there as well. Keep in mind you fed that to a pig. And then there's something else that's it's not something you're familiar with, but it's interesting. It kind of has a bit of a different sort of flavoring to it that's different than the beef and the pork. And the texture of it is a little bit different too, and it kind of adds that to the meat.
All right. Should we ask, guys, or should we just head to the back and find out what it is?
I think you should ask her, and we go to the back.
Sounds good. And if anything goes wrong, just have the cannibal eat everybody.
Yes. All right. So who's going to be sneaking back there?
Ar-
Candy's gonna
Arch,
try.
Candy, and Kane.
Okay, nobody else is staying out there but you.
Unless anybody else wants to help me with this.
I think I will stay with you and do your thing.
Okay. Kane, are you gonna
Okay.
stay with me or are you gonna go with Candy? Did he step away?
By the way, Kane, are you muted? You are muted, but I'm letting you know you're muted.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I forgot. No, I'm about to go with Candy.
All right, you're going with Candy. So,
Can't
Candy
leave
and
people
Kane.
alone.
The irony of that.
I was about to say, really, Candy Cane?
Mhm.
All right, so Kim and Kane. See, that's worse. Are going into are going to try and sneak in the back while Purity and Arch. What are you guys going to try and do? You're going to try and get the information out of the waitress.
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to have happen. So, Kane and Kim, you guys are going to both roll move silently checks to sneak into the kitchen. Okay.
I'm looking to see if I have anything. No, I have nothing.
Okay, Kane, you're also going to have to roll a move silently check. Yeah, Kane, you are very easily able to slip into the back room. Candy, as you're about to go in, a waiter walks out of the door and is immediately in front of you. Kane is able to slip by his legs since he's distracted. I'm sorry, ma'am. Who are you, and why are you going into the kitchen?
Oh, I wanted to thank the chef.
I can give him your regards, ma'am.
Okay, can you thank him for the yummy lava cake?
Yes, I can, ma'am. You may want to go back to your seat.
Okay.
He then proceeds to go back into the kitchen and tell the chef that apparently somebody paid him compliments for a lava cake. So Kane is able to get in, so we'll check back in with him in a minute. First, we're going to go to Purity and Arch. So the waitress comes back. Oh, did your two friends go off to the powder room, or are they outside smoking, or you guys want anything else?
I'm actually
No.
curious. Oh, you want to go ahead?
Oh, no, please go ahead.
I'm curious. I can taste beef and a little bit of pork. What's the other meat that's in here?
Oh, it's just beef and pork.
I thought I tasted something else. Maybe I was wrong?
Maybe you were.
Okay. The
Would you
food
like
was
it?
great.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? I'll have one of those lava cakes.
Oh, good. Hang on a second. I'll go back and get that for you. And do you want anything else, shiny man?
Shiny man.
I'm sorry, I was rebooting. What? What happened?
Do you want anything?
Oh, yes, I want your best of whatever you have.
Okay, so one of everything on the menu. That's going to be 40 gold.
Yes, this is correct.
Okay, that'll be okay. So we just need to make sure that you have that money before we go and make all this food because people have tried to screw us in the past. So show them, otherwise no food.
I do not like how weird everybody is about money. I should teach you about taxes someday.
And I just like open up the pockets and deposit like rolls of gold coins.
Yes, sir. We will get you one of everything on the menu. We'll be right back. Okay. All right, so she's gonna go have the chef cook up one of everything on the menu for you, which is like 40 different burgers, and every side that they have. Kane, while this is happening, you have reached the back room. So as you're entering into the kitchen, you see that there is a chef back. There's several chefs back there, kind of going around making burgers. There's a guy on the on his griddle frying up the burgers and making different things, and a dude on the fryolator, and people making other stuff. So, if you want to search around back there to see what you can find, you can roll me a search check.
Let's do it. God damn it! Why does it keep doing that? Oh, I didn't even hit it.
All right, that's 18. So there's really nothing in the room that looks kind of out of the ordinary to you. However, there are several doors in the back for storage. One says meat storage. One says vegetable storage, and another one says bread and grain product storage.
I guess we'll look at product storage first.
Which one? Because there's meat, veggie, and breads.
Let's do meat. That's the big important one of any sandwich.
Okay, so you're going to go for the meat door. So roll me another move silently check to get through that. It is not padlocked.
Fumble right here.
No, you did good.
Okay. So you are able to sneak into the back room where the meat is, and it's a meat freezer. So you see, like, as you walk in, you see that there's sides of beef and pork and stuff, and you hear kind of what sounds like a grinding noise coming from the other side of the room, but you can't really see what's going on because there's all the hanging meat that's in the way.
I'm gonna try and move through it, see if I can get through. Look deep into the fridge.
All right, give me another move silently check. I know this is getting kind of redundant, but
Yeah, I'll keep doing them as long as I keep making the rolls. And I'm good.
yeah, no, you smoked that. So, oh, you put a -13 instead of a +13. But
I was wondering why it was popping up as 3.
yeah, that was what I was questioning
How
there for a
does
second.
it work?
But that's a 19. Or sorry, that's a 29. So this is what happens. So as you sneak your way through the room, you come to the back area and you see that there is a giant pad of ground meat, and it appears that there is a burly orc who is working the meat grinder. And it's a manual meat grinder with a turn crank. And it appears that he's already loaded in like beef and pork, because you kind of recognize that. But you also see that on the top of it, now he's loaded in what looks like some kind of giant centipede. And it's about halfway ground through, and he keeps grinding it, and the head and everything is still alive. It's grinding the butt end up to the head.
Ooh, going down ass up. That's crazy. Or I guess ass down in his case.
Kane, do you know beast speak?
I don't think so. Like,
Okay,
check.
then you won't understand what it's saying, but you do hear it screeching.
Yeah, no, I don't. I know beast speak.
So there's your mystery meat. It's apparently giant centipede.
All right, well, I've seen enough of that, so I'm gonna get the fuck out of there.
Do you want to try and steal giant centipede meat?
Yeah, probably not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, take some home.
All right. Well, that's going to be a say sleight of hand check,
Steal it?
which should
Love
be
it.
good for you as a rogue.
Maybe
Oh,
you can
yeah,
get
I
the
mean,
living
I-
thing.
I don't know
What
if I want to.
the half of the centipede that's still shoved in the meat grinder?
I mean, it could be a fucking self-healing one like our cow.
Except it's not,
Plus, I
because
don't
there's
want to.
more of
I don't
there's
want
more
to.
of them in there.
I don't like bug meat.
Yeah, it's just nasty.
It's just enough for texture and flavor. They basically have the same. They kind of have the same texture as like a lobster.
I just need a lobster. I'm more of a crab guy anyway.
Mm,
Crab legs dipped in butter, all nice and hot. Oh yeah.
that making me hungry. Um, okay, um, so that's going to be a sleight of hand.
Yeah, that's what I was
check.
thinking. Eat the bug.
So that's the 23 can is a sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to steal several pounds of centipede meat off of the table after because the orc is very preoccupied with his grinding action and listening to the centipede screech and die. So yeah, you're able to steal enough of that, and I'm not going to make you roll another one to get out of there just because it's redundant at this point. And you're able to sneak back out to the others and return to the table.
Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Are you going to relay to them what you found?
I'm gonna go over to them and I'm just gonna be like, hey, check this out.
What'd you
I
find?
don't know. So, what do you guys think of the meal? 8 out of 10?
Eh, could have been better.
Yeah, it's bug.
Should we burn this place down?
And how much they charged us.
I'm gonna look at the menu for the pricing.
The burger that you were eating was 1 gold.
Yeah, 1 gold. What do you think?
Could be worse. And that depends why it's so cheap, though.
Yeah, we'll just leave it then. Although the robot's out 40 gold.
Yeah, so actually, as you guys are having that conversation, the waitress comes back and puts a giant tray of 40 burgers and all the different sides down in front of Arch. Here you go, honey. Enjoy.
I will imbibe everything here.
Kudos to him, though. I couldn't do that. I'll
Yeah,
probably get
no,
to like
that's gonna be
22
impressive.
and then be done.
Okay, Arch, even though you're a robot, I want you to roll a Constitution save.
He might break his food processor.
Okay, so here's what happens. Arch, you begin just literally throwing the burgers into the open hole inside of your helmet. And after probably about like 30 burgers and maybe like half of the sides, the food has actually gotten to the point where it's filled you up to the level where it's actually coming out of your mouth. So you physically cannot shove more food inside of yourself unless you roll me a strength check to stomp down the food inside of you manually with your hand. That's a 9. I'm going to say that you're able to staunch it down a bit. Roll me another Constitution save, but at a -2.
Oh,
Ooh!
Yeah.
He might actually have
So-
broken it.
So here's what happens, Arch. As you're shoving more of the food in, you realize that unfortunately the rear door of your armor has unfortunately popped open, and all of the food that you had been digesting, quote unquote, then falls out of your rear.
it's just like a really long stream just coming out constantly.
Yeah, you may want to leave at this point. It's kind of becoming a distraction.
He
Bro,
duck
your ass.
waddles towards the door.
There is I want you to know that there is a trail behind you, but yes,
Yeah.
you can do that. That's fine. So, I'm gonna roll to see if anybody notices this before you get out the door. Okay, that's a 2. Nobody apparently notices this as you're getting the hell out of Dodge.
They've seen
so yeah.
weirder.
So yeah, you're able to do that, and Purity, since this is all happening after you have also gotten your lava cake, you just take that to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you guys have successfully found out what was in the carton burger. It was a giant centipede.
I mean...
Oh, by the way, if you were wondering what the centipede was actually saying as it was being ground up and dying, it went more along the lines of this. Oh, for art thou, how has my fate drawn me to be ground into meat, to be served to disgusting squishies? Oh, the humanity!
Boy, if only the person that had beast speak had gone back there.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't have B speak. I didn't want to hear him say all that. I would have just left it in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I don't need an over dramatic fucking bug. I already don't want a bug.
Well, before Candy left, could she have cast a spell real quick?
On what doing what?
She wants to summon her giant fire beetle Scorchy and ask him to have fun.
Okay.
I knew it. I knew it.
Since they're not noticing you leave, I will allow you to summon that. And so, are you going to start any place specific with the burning?
Yeah, the the main bar area where the waitress lady keeps going behind.
Okay, so all right, so you want to basically that's kind of like the kitchen area, but yeah, okay. So the fire beetle is summoned. It then proceeds over and begins torching the inside of the building. Since it's mostly made of wood, oh, Kane disconnected.
He's
Um,
dead, Jim.
since it's mostly made of wood, it very quickly goes up, and the people that are inside the kitchen immediately realize, including the waitress that you had. Oh my
Oh,
God!
you cut out.
It's
Oh
just
my
the flames
God!
eating her.
Everything's on fire! Everything is on fire!
I'm just gonna like fist bump Candy. Nice one.
She's like, bugs are gross, but they shouldn't feed them to people.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was gonna kill them all anyway.
I like the way you think.
You two are disturbing together. You are a delight.
Oh, we love you too, Metal Man. Also, you might want to fix your backside, bud. Or do you want me to fix it for you?
I think I lost the screw cap that goes down there.
All
yeah, no,
right,
can't
I've got
bad.
some extras in the cart. I'll fix it in the carriage.
Okay. So, you can, on your way to the next town, you can be patching up Human's broken us. And I think that's where we'll probably call it for tonight, because Kane just dropped power. So
Yeah, I was about to tell you. Yeah, he just lost power.
yeah, I just saw it in general. So that is where we will end it, and that makes sense anyway, because that was 3 places, and that's usually what we seem to be doing per session, which is fine. So if anybody else did donate, you guys will get the chance to, whoever that is, will get the chance to call next time or whenever we do this again. But now I think we're about halfway done.
Sweet.
2.
It means with the restaurants.
So we will see you guys next time.